Hello, today I'll be creating a video on remote procedure call, and with my computer I'll try to execute a code with my remote computer. And the code which I'll be executing, I'll be trying to import the date and time from my remote computer. So firstly, we need to know what an RPC is, a remote procedure call, that is RPC. And this RPC is a protocol that one program can use to request a service from another program. That is, a computer can use to request a service from another computer in the same network, or without having and you have to have on any without having any understanding of how the network works in details. So an RPC mainly works between a server and as well as a client. And I already explained in my last video what a server is, and I just need to refresh refresh you guys with what a server is. So a server is something that offers you or delivers you a particular service, and a client is someone that requests for that particular service. So from my video now, so first of all, what we need to do, I'll be using Python to run this to run this remote procedure call. So firstly, I need to import the date and time from my remote computer. So after importing the date and time, so I'll try to produce a server and a basic server framework. So from a simple XML RPC server. Now as well import that so basically this XML RPC server, it provides a basic server framework for XML to RPC server, and this is mostly written with Python script actually. And this servers can either be freestanding or by using this XML RPC server. So now I'll try to import the XML RPC library. And I'll define today. So you should take note of the parentheses and the brackets. Everything are actually very important. So if you miss anything, it might affect your code. So just take note of every detailed information which you'll be typing. So now, as I told you, I'll be trying to import my date and time. So I'm trying to import today's date and today's time right now, and after this so now I'm creating the server. I'm trying to define the server right now, and the local host of my system. So basically the local host is just the default name we use to describe any local computer, and the local host IP address is always a default IP 127.0.0.1. So now I'll be printing what we're going to listen to. That's what will appear when we run our server. So right now we'll be registering the server function. So registering the server function is this is the particular function that this function it tries to register a function that can respond to the XML and RPC. So the XML RPC we should try to know is that it's a remote procedure call protocol which uses XML to encode its call and HTTP to transmit to transport the mechanisms. So when I mean that it uses XML to encode its call, that means it uses XML script to encode the calls which it will have. So right now that's what we're trying to encode the calls which we'll be receiving with XML. Then now we save. So now we try to then this particular code now, this server dot serve forever, it handles the request that is tries to handle the request until we try to give a detailed explanation to the server to shut down. So now we've done with writing down our server code. So we have to save this server as a Python file. So I'll be saving mine to my desktop as server.python file. So now I've saved this server already. So right now we'll try to create our client, because as I explained earlier to you that the RPC works with both server and as well client protocol. So right now I'm trying to I'll import the XML RPC library to my client. Then I'll now as well import the date and time as well here again. Then the proxy XML RPC library dot server proxy. Then you put the proxy address HTTP then colon So here was the proxy address which I just added here, the HTTP localhost 82. So the localhost I already explained that earlier. That is the default name describing the local computer address, and it's also known as the loopback address. So it is the loopback address, and I already told you guys earlier on that the localhost address is always 127.1.0.0.1. So that is actually the default IP for that. And so I'll create a function that today's proxy will be equal to proxy.today. So So now I just so now we'll try to convert the ISO 8601. So now what we'll be writing now, we're writing a code to convert the IOM to convert the date and time object. So basically the next code which we'll be writing now, we'll be trying to define how the converted date and time should appear when we run it. Then this is the format for the date, for today dot value, the value for the date. So the format which will be running will be in percentage. We have to write a percentage, then the year, then the month, then the day and time, and the hour now. So that was for the date, and now for the hour with the H and colon, then we'll give a space, and we'll give the minute, then colon, then the second, then we'll type what we'll print when. So now basically this print, this is what we will be receiving by the time when we run our client, when we already finished with the program. So now we'll save this as client.python file, and after saving as client.python file, then we'll run our CMD and try to bring out the code, and we'll be able to see what will happen when we run the code. So basically I'll run my command prompt now, my command line. So I'll open two command line, so with Windows 8. Alright, so one of the command line will be serving as will be serving as the client, and the other will be for the server. So now I'll try to run the client file and the server. So I'll run my server.py Python, then run the client here. So this is the message which we are able to send from the server, which the client sent to the server, and the server received the message and was able to. So we'll be listening to the port. This was what was happening in the server so far from all the code we've written. So the listing port 127001, and to this date, which is the 4th of January 2015, and This was the local IP address, was the local host IP, that's the loopback IP address, and this was all right. Thank you so much for watching.